Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another one. Let's check this clip out.
See, they're sneaky. Okay, as long as the postseason isn't involved, a home game for the Cowboys is a pretty safe bet. 16 straight regular season home wins going into this Week 2 matchup against the Saints. That's too shy of the franchise record. But the guy with the record-setting contract does not care about that. Dak is more concerned with perfecting his chemistry with CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, there's a few things. I think CeeDee would say the same, but some things that we probably understood were going to come up when we haven't had the time that we had. Some of those things are kind of natural. Some of those things we're going to always kind of fight with him just being as athletic and as talented as he is and wanting to go make the big play. But it's part of it. I'm glad we're able to do it in a win. And that's my point is when I said we left some meat on the bone is able to clean those things up at practice, talk about them, communicate them, and understand we just got to stay disciplined.
At home, Lamb has caught a touchdown in each of the last 7 home games. If he catches another one this Sunday, he would tie the longest streak of home games with a receiving touchdown in the last 20 years.
Are they legitimate contenders? Yes. But I want to say it with a caveat. That's Christian McCaffrey. How is he going to be in San Fran? That's how does Goff do in Detroit? But the way that McCarthy coached the Cowboys against the Browns gave me a lot of hope. I saw them take out Myles Garrett, understand where the problem is going to be with a young offensive lineman on the left edge. How do you figure out now that the concern for me is not going to be Dak, CD, all of those, Ferguson, we got to get him healthy. It's the backfield. They are older running backs, and I know Elliott, they scored in the red zone, which they couldn't do last year, so it was impressive. So when I say legitimate or legit, can they? This team's won 12 games, 3 years in a row? I mean, that's hard to do in the NFL. I don't care who you're playing. So they started out fast. I'm not going to write anybody off after week 1, especially a team that I think they beat the Browns, who without Deshaun Watson's horrible performance, I would say Cleveland is a playoff team. Now, it might be with Jameis Winston. They still, beat a good team on the road opening week. So I'm going to say they're not one of my top, but I do think they could pull it off.
Are you saying that you're just not ruling it out in case he gets another coach or goes to another team? Or are you saying, as things up, right? With McCarthy and this squad, they could win a Super Bowl.
This is my thing. I played with a quarterback who had these same question marks assigned to him for however many years, 7 years, whatever it was. The same question was when he gets to the playoffs, he's not the same guy. He's not.
Don't
say that. Absolutely, people say that about Peyton. I lived it.
Stephen A.
You're comparing him to Peyton Manning?
No. I'm saying how people talk about Dak Prescott of the lights and the moments and whatever all this stuff is. The body, and you said it about Peyton. So and I know people would question what happens in big games and how this all goes.
He's 11-13 postseason.
Stephen A., look at me. Stephen A., hold on, look at me. You know for a fact with Peyton Manning, right? The first couple of years he struggled, but you know for a fact the knock on him has been the best regular season quarterback.
Right.
It's true.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me answer that. The knock against him was that he couldn't beat Brady. This man was running the offense. He was calling his own plays. We were like, anytime you run into Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, you gonna fall. I'm not saying they didn't say those things about him, but that was the prevalent issue. And Dak Prescott was never given the responsibility. Am I lying about that, Jeff? Has Dak Prescott ever had the responsibilities at the quarterback position that Peyton Manning had?
No, but last year they asked a lot of him similar to what they did of Peyton Manning. And they're asking to give him this year. They're asking it again of him this year.
Stephen A., I promise you, I was at NFL Network, and that was a question we asked many times of Peyton Manning. And I get there was the comparisons, of course, when your contemporary's Tom Brady and he keeps racking up the rings. Obviously, there is truth in what you're saying as well.
Tom Brady
but
was
I promise
racking up
you,
the rings.
That was a
storyline. They were sending him home. But most importantly, the point is the responsibilities that Peyton Manning had. Am I lying, Jeff, when I said this? Damn near his rookie year, Peyton Manning, if not his rookie year, literally, certainly year 2, the man was running the damn offense, okay? That's how brilliant he was. Everything was handed to him. Mike McCarthy had Kellen Moore booted out of Dallas so he could call the plays. The responsibilities that was on Dak Prescott's shoulders don't come remotely close to the responsibilities that was on Peyton Manning's shoulders. Y'all got to be kidding me. Y'all can't say this on national television, man. You can't do this. You can't.
One thing.
And I'm going to say that as calm and as cool as I can possibly articulate it. Because, you see, I have the facts to associate, to connect with my thinking. Dallas Cowboys haven't gotten to the NFC Championship game since 1995 when they won the Super Bowl. It's been 20 years, their 29th consecutive season. You know, they're in now where they haven't even gotten to a conference finals. Dak Prescott has been there since 2016. His playoff record is one of the worst all time at 2-5 as a starting quarterback, okay? He's 1-3 at home. Let's not forget that, okay? And then here's the beauty of it, y'all. I'm looking at a guy, Jeff Saturday, a.k.a. Sergeant Friday and Doggy Doggy Dog. 14-10 in September. 17-8 in October. 19-12 in November. 21-8 in December. And then right around the time when the New Year's come and the NFL playoffs are approaching, if not having already started, the brother plummets to 4-8. We have literally seen him in playoff action look jittery. We've seen it. We've seen him do things that are highly uncharacteristic. We've seen players and teammates, everybody talking about everybody else. Yeah, we got this. And then it gets to their quarterback like, ugh. Yeah, man, you just got to stick, we believe in him. We believe in him. There's expectation and then there's hope. And when it comes to Dak Prescott, he's the lone position where you say, I hope. Even with their suspect running game because they went and got Ezekiel Elliott back. He departed from Dallas. He ends up in New England, and they got him back, but he's not what he used to be. They don't even have questions about that. All right? So we got to look at that. And then we also have to look at this. Are you ready for this, Doggy? Mm-hmm. In Dak's first 4 seasons, Jeff Saturday, his first 4 seasons, where he was only paid $4.9 million, he had 2 Pro Bowl appearances and 1 playoff victory. In the last 4 years, he's had 1 Pro Bowl appearance, 1 playoff victory, and he's made $157.4 million. So paying them the money, there's no evidence that paying them is going to reap results. You paid them because the market said you had to, because you didn't have anybody else out there that you could pay. And you look at your franchise, you got the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, the second highest paid receiver. That brother C.D. Lamb is something special. That brother can ball, okay? Yes, Brandon Cooks, who was chirping at the mouth, coming to the defense of his quarterback. Hey, listen, man, all right, Captain Obvious, we know why you did that. You want Dak Prescott to make sure he throw you that football. That's what that's about. And I don't blame you. You understand? Because Dak Prescott is no scrub. He can play. Nobody's saying he can't play now. And nobody's damn sure saying Brandon Cooks can't play. As a number 2 receiver, I like him a lot. And I think he's going to do a hell of a job. But we know why you were speaking up for your quarterback, because you want that damn football. That's a smart business decision. My brother, I applaud you on that. I applaud you. But I'm talking business too. And the business numbers show that when Dak Prescott gets paid, there's no difference between him getting paid and not paying him in terms of his level of production. And when you add that up and you look at the fact that we're approaching year 29, where you ain't been to a conference championship game, as I told Jerry Jones to his face, I don't believe you. I know you got to pay him.
We said that this team hadn't improved, that this team hadn't taken care of their players, but they took care of their quarterback, took care of their wide receiver, and now they went out and produced. What are you going to do against the Saints when they bring that 5-man rush? When Alontae Taylor is brought in the fire zone, is Dak Prescott going to handle the blitz this week the way he handled it against the Cleveland Browns? Is Michael Parsons, are the New Orleans Saints not going to have a plan for Michael Parsons? Are the New Orleans Saints going to attack the left corner because he isn't Deron Bland, because he isn't Trayvon Diggs? And so there's actually a lot to talk about in this game, because I don't know if they're good. I don't know if Mike McCarthy can fix the penalty problems. I don't know if we're going to get to a point at this season.
He never has.
Well, my point is this, Stephen A. You may not get to a point where you get to put your little stupid cowboy hat on and fake smoke your cigar because they may never be that good this season.
Wait a minute.
What's up, everybody? I want to thank y'all so much for tapping with me. And in this clip, we're going to discuss what Stephen A. Smith said on the first take. And he decided to take a strong stance against the New Orleans Saints. And he decided to claim that they are nothing compared to the Dallas Cowboys. And he elaborates on how the Cowboys, led by the quarterback Dak Prescott, have a good chance of ending their nearly 3-decade Super Bowl drought. And while Stephen A. Smith acknowledges the Dallas postseason struggles, he emphasizes that Prescott's leadership could be a key factor in breaking this trend. And his commentary is filled with typical skepticism, but with a touch of hope for the Dallas Cowboys fans. And Stephen A. Smith, he also mocks the Saints' inconsistency, dismissing any comparison between the two teams. He breaks down the strength of the Cowboys in highlighting their defense and offensive firepower. And I actually want to know what y'all think about this, so make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.